Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Franklin and Douglas, where we talk about current events and give you bad advice. I'm Franklin, and with me, as always, is my buddy Douglas. Double D, how's it going?
Buddy, it's going great.
You know what? I'm gonna need you not drink on the night before because you are dragging.
Listen,
right?
It's Oktoberfest weekend, girl. Gotta drink it up.
Aren't we still in August?
Oktoberfest isn't in October.
Well, then don't call it October. Just call it Beer Fest. Okay, so let me know how your week was. Like, apparently your night was good. How was your week?
So my week was okay. Like I mentioned, it is Oktoberfest this weekend. So on Monday, which is what, Labor Day? Is that the holiday? I don't know.
It is.
We're gonna be doing a walk, a 1 mile walk. My sister-in-law is gonna be doing a 4K for Oktoberfest.
Outside walking?
Yes, in the sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your cameras ready.
I'll definitely have to post some pictures. But yeah, excited for the weekend. We'll be drinking some, what is it? Marzens, Dunkels, Oktoberfest beers. Be a good time.
Okay. Well, exciting. Guess you'll have the beer farts as well.
Yes. Well, when I go back to work on Tuesday, thankfully I work from home. So
I was going to say, thankfully, you should go into the office just because.
On that note, how was your week?
Oh, it's been great. Been pretty good. Can't complain. We had some comments about my my 2-second comment about loving my state and my governor, and just everyone just lost their minds. Bruh, what the hell? Calm down, people. Calm down. It's okay. I mean, it's not that serious. That's not even what we were talking about. But at any rate, still loving my state, still loving my governor. I don't care what anybody says.
Right.
But thank you for the comments and thank you for the views as well. That was a fun episode that we had. Other than that, my week has been pretty good. I might have to work some weekends. Like I say, my Trump America is really booming, and my tariff account is out of control. I'm not able to, hold all that money in right now, and so it's just kind of overflowing. So, other than that,
money spilling out everywhere.
everywhere, and every time I call him, he's like, just keep going, just keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. The money's coming. It's coming in there. I see it. He's like, I'm getting alerts every day. The tariff account is just out of control.
Oh my goodness.
On that note, sir, what do you have for us today?
Well, speaking of California, your boy Zuck is pissing off his neighbors in your home state.
Okay, because he's pissing off me.
Oh, okay then. So, are you one of his neighbors? Yeah.
Yes.
So let's start off by what has been going on. So let's flash back to 2011. Picture it, Palo Alto, 2011. Channeling my inner Sophia.
I was gonna say thanks, Sophia.
So Mark Zuckerberg and his wife Priscilla Chan bought their first home in the Crescent Park community in Palo Alto for $7 million. So at that time, he was worth around $13.5 billion.
I moved out of that area as soon as they moved in. I was like, there goes the neighborhood.
Here comes the riffraff.
Next thing, they'll be having Bart coming through there. But, okay.
So, for those that don't know, Crescent Park is like an affluent neighborhood in Palo Alto. It has a lot of like lawyers, executives, like Stanford professors. So since Franklin Covey. So since then, he's purchased 10 other homes around that original purchase, which still remains as like the hub of his community, that original home, which he's creating a compound apparently. So in 2012, he bought the home behind his for $4.8 million. Then the home adjacent to his first one for $10.5 million in 2013. Then he bought two more behind him for 14 million and 14.5 million. So it's reported that he's bought like 11 homes so far in this neighborhood. Some of those homes were not publicly listed, and the one he paid $200,000 over the asking price. So basically going up to these homes like, hey, can I buy your home? I'll give you extra money, kind of thing,
He's
you know?
making what do you call it? A cult? So all
Right.
these people can live there and I'll start drinking Kool-Aid again.
I mean, that's the dream, right?
Right.
So in 2016, Zuck went to the city of Palo Alto and asked for permission to build a compound, according to the New York Times. So the city rejected the application. And in the following years, though, he's been slowly building this compound piece by piece, even though it was rejected. So a couple of things that he's building. So beneath the 11 homes that he owns, the New York Times reported that Zuck has added 7,000 square feet of underground space. So the building permits that he's turning in is reporting it as basements, but the Times are saying that neighbors refer to them as bunkers for a billionaire bat cave.
It is.
I'm just picturing him like, pretending he's
Panic rooms.
Batman. He's got like a little bat cave set up with the suit and everything. He goes out in the middle of the night trying to fight crime.
Fight social media.
Yeah. But then someone just punches him really hard. And he's like, eh. So,
I mean, okay, so
yeah.
he's got all the houses. I'm sorry if you can continue,
No,
but he's got all these houses. Is he staying in them each and every day? Like, okay, Monday I'm gonna go next door. Tuesday I'm gonna go to the house in the back. What is he doing with these houses? And he's making tunnels to go to each one of them.
probably.
That'd be cool if you just tunnel through to the next house. Okay.
And that's part of the problem. That a lot of these houses are sitting empty, except for his main one, and he's using some of the houses as like guest houses, but that's only when people like come to visit, whatever. So otherwise, a lot of these places are sitting empty. So what else he's done is he's installed a pickleball court, a large swimming pool with a hydro floor.
Nice.
And a statue erected in honor of Priscilla in the gardens that surround the compound. I wish I could have found a picture of this statue, because I'm hoping it's a picture of his wife, like the Venus de Milo or something.
Right. Wasn't Priscilla and what was our gay theme movie? I thought
Priscilla Queen of the Desert?
Yeah, is that what it is?
No. Priscilla Presley? No. Oh, rest in peace. So on the outskirts of
Priscilla's not dead. Her daughter is.
Oh, I thought they both died.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't keep up with that. So on the outskirts of the compound, he's been installing security cameras as well, pointed at the neighbors' properties. He's also reportedly employs a team of private security guards who sit in cars, filming some visitors and asking others what they're doing as they walk on private sidewalks. So you're in your own town, you're just walking, you got people come up to you, what are you doing? Kind of thing.
Sounds like the police. Where are you coming from?
Right. So a lot of these homes that he bought, like I said, are sitting empty, are used as the occasional guest house. But like there's a housing crisis in Crunch, California also. So he's buying up all these properties and not even using them, basically. So the Zucks also throw parties where the streets are congested and filled with vendors and loud music. The neighbors complain that they call the cops about the music, but they don't do anything about it.
Wow.
So
he is really doing it. Now, I don't think there's a high housing crisis. I think there's a housing booming going on right now. Prices are dropping. But that's crazy. So in the I wonder if it's in the cul-de-sac and he's just bought all of this stuff all around. Cause like, why are you doing that? Cause you just don't want people living next to you.
Basically,
so he's just, like you said, going next door. Hey, you want to, I could buy your house. Here's the cash.
Right.
And okay, and that's what is irritating, is that all the homelessness, especially in Palo Alto, you're sitting up here buying houses and not even using them. Nobody's in it. Nobody's doing anything. Why aren't you, putting that money towards a better use? How about building a community for the homeless or something like that, and little tiny homes. It's just crazy how people are spending their money, the wealthy that is.
Yeah.
But hey, if you got it, I guess that's what you want to do. I don't know.
Right. Oh, and speaking of cult too, so the one house that he bought behind him for 14.5 million, he turned that one into a private school. It employs, I believe it's like 4 teachers and 6 adults, and it's a school for their kids and a couple of other people's kids. So it is kind of
Wow.
like a cult almost when you think about it.
Well, I mean, for that, I think I can understand. I mean, could you imagine being his kid, his son or daughter, just going to regular public school or regular school? Of course, they're going to get bullied, and they don't want them to get kidnapped because then there's the ransom demand. So I can understand that, them homeschooling, but kids need social interaction with people outside of just their normal, people in their circle.
Right.
Because when they grow up, they're not going to have any social skills. They're not going to have, they're not going to be able to communicate with folks. Uh, it's crazy.
So yeah, and I get that, but let him get bullied. So
You tapping into a little of the past there.
right. Be like saying you go home and be like, Dad, why are you such a douche? I'm getting beat up at school because of you.
Right,
So,
right.
so throughout these 14 years of all this going on, the neighbors have been complaining about all the construction noise from jackhammers and bulldozers and from all the security that's now in the area. So the neighbors
Mhm.
are pissed because the city denied the permits, but he's just been going ahead and doing it anyways. So
Well, you can still do construction, unpermitted work, to an extent.
mm,
So, so like, we're doing construction and you can't go over a certain height in California. And so we just, drop it down lower so
drop
that
it
can be
down low, drop it down low.
drop low, can be unpermitted work and still get it done. And
Mm,
then, a couple of more months or another year, we then can, more money go back in and do the permitted work. So yeah, you can do a lot of unpermitted work in California without, you know, having to get all that other stuff, legal
right,
stuff done.
right.
But yeah, it can be, horrible to hear that all day long. But
For 14 years, yeah.
14 years of building, yeah, it's crazy.
So Zuckerberg's spokesperson, Aaron McLear, went to the Times and said that they are making every effort to avoid disruption to the community, although he conceded that the family requires heavy security because of the number of threats they face as a result of his wealth and fame. He goes
Of
on to
course,
say, Mark and
yeah.
Priscilla and their children have made Palo Alto their home for more than a decade. They value being members of the community and have taken a number of steps above and beyond any local requirements to avoid disruption in the neighborhood. So, in
Okay, and that's
response,
and
oh, go
that's
ahead.
great.
Yeah.
But what is he doing for the community outside of his little cult area? That's what I don't ever see. It's like, what is he doing outside of that?
Yeah.
I don't ever hear anything, and I could be wrong. Don't come for me. I could be wrong, but I mean, I don't live in that particular area, but I've never seen anything that Zuck has been doing for us with
Nope.
all those millions and billions of dollars,
Billions and billions.
trillions of dollars. Yeah.
I mean, in response to the complaints, since you're asking what he's done for the community, in response to the noise complaints, Zuck gifted the neighbors noise canceling headphones,
Wow.
sparkling wine, and Krispy Kreme donuts.
Are you kidding me? I give that to my crew at work.
Uh,
Wow.
can you imagine? It's like, oh, sorry about the noise. Here, wear headphones all day long.
And drink sparkling water and have some donuts.
Right. So Krispy Kreme donuts on top. Like you couldn't have went for a higher quality instead of those sugar
Some
bombs.
mochi. Yeah, some mochi donuts. Those are better.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I don't know if you remember, but he also has a compound in Hawaii that had caused a lot of controversy because he built like this 6 foot huge wall around his property, which then blocked off his neighbors' views of the ocean. And they're saying that it blocked off the ocean breeze. So this isn't the first time. I think that was like back in 2016, something like that.
He might as well just go ahead and buy an island and just be on it by himself, boat into his job and everything. And then that way he can do what he wants to do, build how he wants to build, have his boat security. Like, why are you disrupting the neighborhood and views? And because people pay good money for their homes as well.
Right.
And now here you come with your noise canceling and donuts. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and build this commune for you.
Yeah.
You wanna be a member? You just gotta drink this Kool-Aid.
Right. I and like so we joke around, we talk about like, oh, one day we'd love to buy like a group of house or a compound and build like a compound and have like all of our friends live together, whatever. And
Mhm.
like to me, like I always picture that like you just build something off of like a plot, whatever. This is like literally going in and buying large multi-million dollar homes and just
Mhm.
basically buying up a whole neighborhood just for you
Right.
to be in, you know.
Mm, exactly what it is. Yeah, ours would be like, like where you can just next door is like a ramp or a bridge kinda thing where you walk next door to the
Right.
person's house and knock on it and everything.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that's crazy. Again, millions and billions of dollars, and that's what good for him. Good for him.
Well, and
That's what you're
speaking of
looking
millions and
for.
billions, according to Fortune, he is 41 years old, and his estimated net worth is $254 billion. That's insane.
Unbelievable. It's crazy. We think about, you know, like he doesn't obviously it's just funny the thing. He doesn't go to the ATM and just like let
Right.
me let me get $20 out. Oh, I lost a little money here. What's going on?
Right.
I only have $229 billion. you know, but
Uh,
I just think about all that's going on in our cities and states and different things, and you have all of these million billionaires and how are they contributing to? Like if they each gave something, we could again feed the hungry, house the homeless, do all types of stuff. But they're just making communities for themselves
right.
and nobody else. It's crazy. Um, but I don't know. Maybe I'd do the same thing too if I was a million billionaire.
Right. And like I get like all that money is not like liquid, like loose money. A lot of it's
Right,
investments in
right.
that, but
That's all. Yeah, his stock and everything. He probably has $500 in his checking account.
yeah. But I mean, same thing. Like, who needs that much money? Like, give some back to your community instead of
Yeah,
destroying your community and pissing off your neighbors.
exactly. That's crazy. But
Mm.
hey, whatever. I think I would probably like travel a lot, but then I'm scared. I don't like going overseas.
If you'd be able to make it back in.
True, right? Yeah.
Mm.
But good for him, I guess.
Well, and that's all that I had this week.
I think that's enough. Thank you very much.
No problem.
What advice would you have for the neighbors on this?
Oh, plenty of advice. So, as always, we want to remind our audience that we are not trained professionals and our advice should not be taken seriously. But what
Never.
qualifications do we have, Franklin?
Well, we survived the Castros 2 for one night, and we didn't get sucked up by Mark in one of his sex trafficking houses,
Yes.
driven by the man in the white van.
Right.
Then we are able to lead you through life's challenges. Hit me with it.
So today we're going to be pulling our question from Reddit's Am I the Asshole category.
You are.
Here's a pair of noise canceling headphones.
Don't forget my Krispy Kreme donuts.
Bleh. So if you have any burning questions you need answered, please feel free to drop us a DM, comment, and maybe your question will be answered on our show.
Get some cream for that.
I always say cranberry juice. So First one is, am I the asshole for ignoring my neighbor? To me, first off,
No,
I'm going to say no. But
I'm
so
gonna say no as well.
after chatting with a new neighbor, I foolishly thought we were friends. We would text, send each other memes, had plans to go thrifting together, and had some
Hmm.
play dates with our sons. She also is a small business owner, and twice while out thrifting, I found things with her company name on it that I purchased and gave to her. It's a common phrase, apparently, this company name, whatever. So one
Oh,
day,
okay.
yeah, one day her son starts freaking out that my son said a curse. Turns out the word was poop.
Jesus.
Both her and her son were horrified that I would allow my child to curse. I was floored and immediately started laughing since I was uncomfortable and thought they were being silly. From that moment on, the son completely blocked out my son, and she would avert her eyes when passing me on the street. I felt so angry and foolish to think that we were friends in the first place. She must have not felt that way. Fast forward a few months, and she sees me at the pool. She comes right over with a big smile and tells my son to play with hers. My son and I were confused and didn't say anything. She then swims away, and her son comes over, all, "Hey, it's me, your friend." My son asked me why he was near us.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I like this son. I shrugged and we swam alone and he ignored him until he left. My husband said I was mean to do that, but I explained that I'm not trying to teach my son he can be blanked and ignored and cut off by friends and then be sitting there waiting until they want to be friends again. I'm still
Right.
extremely hurt by this woman's behavior over a 6-year-old saying poop. I also I also still have to pass her twice a day for the next 3 years on the walk to school. I plan on just smiling and passing her while or walking by her. The mama bear in me is still enraged. Am I the asshole?
Right. No, that's crazy. I just for saying poop, he had to say shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of weird actually. And then they just come back, "Hey, how's it going?" Like nothing happened.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would love to get a little bit more background on that, but no, I don't talk to my neighbors anyway. I'm one of those that peer out the peephole and like is make sure nobody's there when I take the trash can out.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, no, just keep it pushing, keep it walking. Nothing, don't nothing to say to where they, as they walk by, flip her off, or just walk by and go poop. Poopity poop 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 poop.
Hmm. I mean,
That's weird.
I would let my son go on another play date, but tell him like, hey, now when you're playing with him, I want you to say fucking shit to him
Uh-huh.
and see how
Fucking
he
shit.
reacts.
Your mom's a bitch. They would be
Right.
mortified.
Right. And be like, okay, you're only allowed to do it just this one time, but still, like, give them a different swear word to say each time and just see how
Each
they
time.
react.
They would they'd probably call the police on the kid.
Oh
Sounds like
no.
it. Yeah, they'd probably call him. He's cursing. He's he said poop.
He's speaking the devil's language.
Spewing. That's crazy.
All right.
Wow.
So next one we got here is, am I the asshole for telling the new neighbor I don't see us being friends? So, I mean,
Hmm.
again, I can understand. So
Yeah.
my husband, who's 36-year-old male, and I, a 29-year-old female, have lived in our
Ooh.
neighborhood for about 5 years.
Mhm.
Our house is towards the edge of the complex, and neither of us are very social, so we keep to ourselves. The rest of the people in our area tend to do so as well. I mean, that sounds great so far, right?
Oh yeah. Sounds good. Let's go.
We had someone that moved in down the street maybe a month or so ago. Didn't really know much about them, except I noticed when we drove by that it looked like we had someone that moved in down the street maybe a month or so ago. Didn't really know much about them, except I noticed when we drove by that it looked like they had young children and that they had some political signs out in front that indicated we were on pretty much opposite sides of the political spectrum. So
Yes.
they got that Trump 2028 signs out front.
Beautiful.
So 2 days ago, there was a knock on the door. I opened it because I was expecting a package, and it was a woman about my age. She
Uh-oh.
introduced herself as the new neighbor and started talking a mile a minute. She told me that she had 3 children, was a stay-at-home mom, was new to the area, and some other stuff that I don't really remember. I mean,
Wow. Could you imagine? Oh my God, my head would explode.
right. Just slowly close the door in her face.
Uh-huh. Right.
Then she started peppering me with questions and seemed to get more and more disappointed as I answered. She asked if I had children. No. Did we plan on having children? No.
No.
Do I know any of the social activities in the area? No.
No.
Do I know any local mom groups?
No.
Confused and no. do, do I ever babysit? Hard no.
No.
You get the picture. She seemed to run out of steam and almost pouted and said it didn't seem like we did much at all.
Oh, we do stuff.
Right.
Just not your stuff.
Right. I laughed and told her that my husband and I preferred things quiet and kept to ourselves, but that the neighborhood seemed to get a bit more busy and social closer to the center of it because there was a school, so maybe she could find something more what she was looking for there. She said she was hoping to get to know her close neighbors and told me to come over for coffee sometime and I could meet her kids and husband.
Nope.
I thanked her right. I thanked her politely, but was honest and told her it didn't seem like we had much in common and I couldn't really see us being friends, but that I was sure she could find a good mom group at the playground towards the center of the neighborhood. She got visibly angry and asked if my husband was as big of an asshole as I was. And I thought,
wow.
I know. And I thought for a moment and then said, yeah.
Yes, I love her already.
She stomped off. I might have been an asshole because I was direct and didn't give her much of a chance, but I just don't think we would have mixed well. Am I the asshole?
No, I love it. That was great. She should have just slammed the door in her face, like you said at the end. I mean, first of all, don't come up to my door knocking and talking a mile a minute.
Right?
Man, that's crazy. People are wild. And I wonder, she was standing at the door just answering the questions. No. No.
Right.
Hard no. That's crazy. Is your husband an asshole like you? Yes, he is.
Right. That's why
So
we
go
get
back
along
home
so
to your
well.
go back home to your 3 little brats
Right.
and keep the noise down. Otherwise, I'll build a wall.
I'm gonna Zuckerberg you, build a 6-foot wall around
Oh
the
man.
property.
All right. Wow. Don't ever come to my door again.
I
That's
could not
crazy.
even imagine like, okay, so yeah, being neighborly, going up, like introducing yourself, whatever, but like, hey, I'm new to the neighborhood, but to just start like rifling off questions and then start judging on top of that. Like at some
Right.
point you got to kind of
Right.
like gauge the interaction, be like, okay, well, this isn't happening. Well, it was nice to meet you, whatever. Maybe I'll see you kind of thing.
Mhm.
No, just to keep going and then like asking about your husband.
Yeah. 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 No.
I mean, the MAGA
Man,
signs are all that I need to know about this person.
there you go. Uh-huh.
She did
Wow.
say, so she didn't say it was MAGA signs. She did say that the signs out front were directly against her views of women's ability to make choices for their own body, is how she worded it. So obviously, this
Oh,
person had like anti-abortion signs in their front yard, is what I'm assuming they had.
oh, okay. Well, okay. That's why she has 3 kids now. She doesn't believe in it.
Oh,
That was
well,
horrible. That's horrible.
hey, you're not
On
wrong.
that
On
note.
that note, that's all that I had this week.
Until next time.
Here comes the comments.
Ah. Woo! That's great. Thank you
Well,
so very much.
yeah, thank you everyone again for liking, subscribing. Thank you for all the comments, whether they were against us or for us. We appreciate them. We love the back and forth. But yeah, thank you again. And is there anything else you want to take us out on today, Franklin?
Gavin 2028.
Oh my
Go
God.
California.
And on that note, bye.
Bye.